Obviously, we talked to you when you first got here about how the offense has evolved, but now that you've kind of seen it, what are the biggest differences?
The biggest differences, again, there's not too many differences in terms of spread systems across the country. You're going to see a lot of similar concepts, but I think the tempo has changed a little bit compared to what Dana's done here in the past. We're getting more varying, a lot more tempos of going on the ball and snapping as fast as possible to huddling up. So we're working a lot more of that. But I think that I'm putting a little more freedom on the quarterbacks than what Dana did with the quarterbacks in the past. So you'll see the quarterbacks be able to check a lot and get it out on the perimeter, but also still work the run game as well. So I think we're trying to even it up, balance it up a little bit, and try to be a little bit more 50-50 with run pass.
You're pretty excited about the running backs. Obviously, Shell's gone, but then you have Justin right here, and you have Martell, and you have Kennedy McCoy, and whoever else is next in line.
Yeah, and don't forget about Tevin right now. He should still be in high school, and it seems to be playing at a high level for us right now. But you take those four running backs right there. I would like to see a running back room that's better, or if not even with that group of guys, because I think they're all dynamic in their own different ways, and it's going to be fun as a staff just to see how we can get these guys, all of them, involved with the game plan, because I think all four of these kids can impact the game pretty easily for us next year.
Who's a guy that you've seen that's really shined for you?
The running back room, God, on offense. Like that running back room, the thing that I haven't had in a long time is that ability for the running back to hit those explosive plays at 50-plus yards, where I've seen it happen with all these kids right now, where, you're sitting in one practice and you got the ones out there and Crawford hits it for a 50-yard touchdown, and the next set McCoy hits it for a 50-yard touchdown. You're kind of sitting there like, wow, even these running backs that are going with the twos are pretty dynamic guys that could easily be running with the ones. So that running back room has been probably the most impressive to me up to this point through these first 6 practices.
Then what about at wide receiver? Obviously, you're looking for someone to replace a guy like Tequila, who's always reliable, always hitting that third down. Has anyone kind of stuck out so far?
I would say Gary Jennings and David Sills. Those are the two receivers that always seem to be jumping out to me that you can rely on. They seem to make the big catch in crucial situations. That those guys, I love their demeanor. I love their work ethic. They don't take plays off. They're tough. I think you're going to see us relying in that receiver room. We're going to see us relying on them in leadership roles as well.
Then on the offensive line, still probably a lot of shifting. You're obviously replacing a lot of guys, so you're just trying to figure out who fits where.
Yeah, and obviously Coach Wickline, I think he's one of the best offensive line coaches in the country, and it's always entertaining to watch because, a kid could be playing center for the first drive and he'll be playing right tackle for the next drive and then left guard for the drive after that. So it's been a pretty good mixture all across the board, but I think he's just trying to fill him out and try to be able to put out there on the field really to identify probably our top 8 to 10 players that are going to help us win next year. So it's going to be that's probably going to be the biggest conversations, the biggest topics going into fall camp on who our starting line is going to be.